today's instruction is to help the members of the Isles Yacht Club utilize the equipment in the fitness center in a safe and effective manner. First thing you want to do, if you come up to the machine and it's not on, you want to check one of three places. First thing you want to check is to make sure the safety magnet is in place right in the position that it's supposed to be in. The second thing you want to check, possibly if the cord has gotten kicked out of the outlet, and most likely cause is the machine very well could be turned off at the switch that's located at the lower right corner of the treadmill. Once all those things are checked, the machine should be on and should be some type of display operating to let you know the machine is functioning. Janine, if you would, we'll get you started on how to operate the treadmill correctly. When you first come up to the treadmill, the most important thing is to make sure you have the safety strap attached to your body. That'll make sure if something was to happen to you while you were walking, you trip or something else, you don't get injured by the machine while it's running. And we'll show how well it stops here towards the end. After that, you can simply just press start to begin the program. If you want any further instruction on how to get into program modes or anything like that, I recommend you attend one of the orientations that are offered to get more detailed education. And from there, you will just increase the speed to a comfortable walking pace or a pace that you feel is safe and suitable for what you're trying to achieve as a fitness goal. Janine right now is walking without her hands on the grips. If any of you feel like you've had a loss of balance or you're not very steady in the treadmill, I recommend a fingertip balance on the grips. You don't want to grip too hard, you just want to have a sense of balance and orientation on the treadmill so that you can get a good, proper workout. Another thing you can do with the treadmill is you can increase the elevation. We'll show it at a pretty high elevation, so to give you an illustration of something I want you to make sure you don't do when you're walking on the treadmill. While you're walking, it's important to maintain a good forward lean posture. Many times I've seen individuals, they'll grab a hold of the top of the screen or grab a hold of these grips, and they'll lean back and hold on to that treadmill. If you would, Janine, grab a hold of that and lean back like you're reclining in a chair. Oftentimes you'll see that as a technique. That is not correct. If you're going to use the incline, lean forward, again, use the balance here in the front, or walk and just climb the hill as if you're climbing a mountain. Janine's going along quite well. Something was to happen, her shoe came untied, tripped, or stumbled, and she was to walk back too far, the button would automatically kill off. And the machine would stop for her, and she would be less likely to get injured. Okay? From there, what you do is just reconnect the button up and it should reset, and you'll be able to start the program over again in a safe and comfortable fashion. The upright bike has got minimal adjustments, and the only we need to adjust is going to be the seat. So if you would, come stand next to the seat for me, please. And how you want to first establish your seat is to get your hip approximately aligned with the seat by pulling this lever out. And you'll slide this down to where it's about the same height as your hip bone. And you can hop up on here and we'll make sure it's set correctly after that. You put your feet in the pedals with the straps adjusted so your feet don't slide out. And then from there you want to start cycling the bike. The bike will start automatically. What I'm noticing right now is to see, check her knee position. You want your knees about 10 degrees of flexion or just slightly bent. If your knees are going totally locked, the seat's too high. If your knees are coming way too far up in your chest, your seat's too low. So right there, she looks like she's pretty comfortable. Her butt's on a good seat. The other thing you can look for is your hips. Make sure when you're cycling that your hips are staying level as you're pedaling. If you're seeing lots of rising and falling of your hips, again, the seat's going to be too high. From here, again, we'll just press start. And off the machine will go in a quick start manual fashion. And from here you can ride comfortably like that. If you want to be more aggressive and get more into a road bike feel, you can place your elbows into the pad, lean forward a little bit, and now you're in more of a road cycling position, which is favored by some people who want to use it. And then from there, that's really how to operate the bike correctly. When you want to get off, you just gradually slow down. Just take your feet out of the pedals, and the bike will coast to a stop. You're you're also cycling on the bike, you can change the resistance by pushing the up or down button. That'll increase the resistance on the pedals, make it a little harder for you to climb. And with that, the other thing you can do is to make sure your RPM stay at a comfortably high pace. The bike will operate as low as 35 RPMs. So from there, you would want to utilize your cardiovascular training to what heart rate you want to be at or what intensity the trainer is designated for you. The recumbent bike is very similar in operation to the upright bike that you just saw. If you would, Janine, come up on the bike, you'll have a seat on the seat first, and then you'll want to establish your seat length by grabbing a hold of the lever right down here at your right side, lift up, and then you can slide the seat forward to get yourself into position. You put your feet in the pedals, and then you still want to try to match the knee flexion or bend in the knee like we had earlier. You see Janine's knee is still way too extended, so you want to lift the handle up and bring yourself even further forward. So now you just cycle through a few pedals, see if it's lined up. And again, you can see that the knee is in the proper position, and once you see that or feel that, you can check the number that's right down on the crossbar and be able to write that down as your reference point. When you're riding this bike, you put your hands down at the lower part of the grips. That way you'll maintain a better posture. Another feature this recumbent bike has, it's got a lumbar support that you can adjust to your comfort. It's a nice little feature that's on this piece. From there, the bike operates exactly the same. You'll press start for a quick start mode. Or you can utilize one of the programs features that are available, that'll be available in a folder in the back of the room. You can learn how to operate the program. Then you'll just increase the resistance to a desired level of comfort and cycle for the amount of time that you want to do. Here we have a total body elliptical, and it's a very simple piece to use once you adhere to a couple safety items. Janine, if you would, when you get on the elliptical, make sure the pedal that you're going to step on is in the all the way down position. So make sure it's all the way down so it doesn't move on you when you go to step on there. Then from here, Janine's going to start pedaling, and you can either go forwards or backwards. I like to do both, not at the same time. And the starting of the equipment is going to operate exactly the same. You can either follow the on-screen directions to get into a programmable mode, or just hit quick start like we've been doing. And then from there you can increase the resistance to a level that you feel is comfortable by using the up or down button. Now, one other little exercise tip is if you want to check your heart rate, all of the pieces of equipment have grip heart rates on them, and you can simply grab a hold of the grip feature, and it should read your heart rate out for a brief second while you're doing it. And when you've gotten the heart rate you want to work with, you can go right back to the arms, or not use the arms at all and just kind of walk without them, which is a little bit more challenging for you. The next aspect I want you to keep in mind is this machine is direct drive, and so when you want to get off of it, you need to slowly decelerate it down before you get off, because it does not coast. And if you're going fast and want to stop urgently, it's not going to. And from there you'll get off with the lower pedal, and you can safely exit the device.